Welcome to the So You Wanna Get Fat podcast. I am your host, not your typical chef, Brian Sow. And today with me, as always, is my buttery ball of red goodness, Frenchy.
In the red.
How you doing, buddy? What is going on?
Not much.
How you been?
Good.
We went to the gym today. Yes. Got a good workout in. Feeling strong.
I did me some lady push-ups.
Lady push-ups. Yes, you did girl push-ups. On your knees, pushing up.
Oh, on your knees.
You didn't mount me today at the gym?
No.
This was good. This was good.
Today was a good day.
Today was a good day. On today's Meat and Potatoes on the podcast is how are rotisserie chickens so cheap? We're going to have all these answers, all the questions to these answers, rather, for you today. But before we go on, Frenchy, where?
We're at 340 West 46th Street between 8th and 9th Avenue, and that zip code is 10036.
For?
Postcards.
And?
Knives.
And?
Art.
And?
What?
Gifts.
Gifts.
Yes.
Why?
We got a gift from a
Ooh.
fan. Yes. Somebody sent us a gift. This is from, this is from my buddy Courtney. So, she sent, there's a little card in here. I'm going to read it. Brian and Frenchy from, I call her Hick Magic. She's been a friend of mine. She's from Reno, Nevada.
Why Hick?
The biggest little city in the world. I joke around that she's a hick because she's from Reno, Nevada.
Who, you making friends today?
Yeah,
right off the bat.
I like the way she started her card.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Check this out, everybody. It's a drawing of a middle finger. Basically, your logo at this point. Hello, Brian and buttery ball of French goodness, Frenchy. This package has been waiting to be sent to you for a few months, and I finally had time to do it. Thank you for the food suggestions when I visited last October. All restaurants blew our minds, and me and my company fell in love with the city, especially Le Ravage.
Oh, they came here?
Yes, they did.
Was I here?
No. It was fucking awesome. I love the podcast and tune in regularly for the great content you provide. Enjoy the hats and the couples die to spice up your slow days. Fuck, I think there's socks too. Enjoy that too. With love from the sticks, Hick Magic, aka Courtney. Courtney is a dear friend of mine. She sent us a couple of hats. Oh, John Deere hats.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I want this one.
You want the black one?
Yeah, I like John.
You don't wear hats.
Now.
No. Oh, you know what? This is more hickish. The green one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see it?
Now you want that, don't you?
I don't know. That's nice.
They're both nice. Those are both sweet hats. And she sent us socks. Are these John Deere socks? I let you pick which hat you want.
I can't tell.
Oh no, they're socks that say it says "fuck off" on the socks.
On the
bottom.
Oh, so when you put your feet up.
When you put your feet up, yeah.
Oh, I like this.
I like these. Fuck off.
Okay,
yeah.
I picked the black one.
Okay, we have the best fans. Fuck off. Here's a set for you.
Oh, I want this one.
Oh, okay. And then there's this die. Food dice. Make life easier. Roll some fun. Oh, dude, look at this.
Dungeons and Dragons?
No, yeah, it's something like that, but it says like sushi, steak, like if we're having trouble figuring out what we want to eat. Subs. So tonight we're going to sushi and chicken.
I don't know. Raw chicken is not good for you.
What? We get fried chicken.
Chicken.
No, sushi and chicken. Oh my God. Do I have to tell you everything? All right. Let's see. Moving on. I want to remind everyone not to buy this hot sauce, gochujang.
À l'orange.
Gochujang.
À l'orange.
Yeah, don't pick this up. You know, we're fully stocked at Downright Merch. We probably won't run out for a long time.
Oh, you just did a big order.
We just did a huge
So as not to
order.
run out.
Yes, so as not to run out.
That's very nice of you.
Yes. So don't pick up a bottle of that so that it's in stock forever. And my buddy, this week is a very special week.
Chinese New Year.
No, that was like
Last week.
3 weeks ago.
No, but today's a Chinese holiday.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know which one.
I wouldn't know. But no, this week is going to be a very special week. In fact, I would say you are dressed in the theme. Jesus Christ, can you be careful with the Rambo knife? Why you want to put the Rambo knife away?
Not putting.
Can you speak into the mic? You do this all the time.
Just do your thing.
Okay. This week is tomorrow is Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah,
yes,
baby.
It's going to be Valentine's Day. And what do you do for your Valentine, Frenchy?
Oh shit! You didn't do something stupid.
Well, you get your Valentine a gift.
Oh, I got you a gift today.
Yeah, did you? Oh yeah, you did get me a gift today.
I did get you a gift today.
I got keys. I got keys to the front door of the building. I did get a gift.
Try to top that one.
Yeah, that's actually, fuck. Damn.
Oh, man, see?
Yeah, shit.
There you go.
God damn it. Even when you're not trying, you're winning.
Well, because I'm winning.
Well, I got you a gift, buddy.
Yeah. Is it food?
Mission Sandwich now has a merch store, and I got you a couple t-shirts.
Oh, so I could advertise Mission Sandwich?
Yes. If you guys look at my t-shirt, this is called the Grim Reaper. Oh, no, that's the Grim Reaper. This is the Crypt Keeper that I'm wearing. I got you one of each, buddy. Check it out.
And the thing is, I'll actually...
I know you will. In fact, you're wearing my Hatebreed hoodie that I've been looking for like a year. I'm pretty sure I know what happened.
You snooze, you lose.
I usually... When the studio is downstairs.
It must have been. No, I think it was up here. It was over the railing. I just assumed it was.
You just assumed a Hatebreed hoodie was yours and you took it?
Hoodie.
So happy Valentine's Day. Mark it Mission Sandwich and think of me. If you guys want to pick up one of those shirts, get it for yourself. Art by Vertebrae 33, very talented artist. This is in partnership with him.
I got to get the Le Rivage merch in that same.
No, Vertebrae is the guy who did these, but you're talking about Artie who did this art for the label for the hot sauce you shouldn't buy.
What's it called?
Gochujang
A l'orange.
So yeah, pick that up. You guys know the usual deal. We have merch. Lost Becomes vinyl CD, but Lost Becomes also has a hot sauce. Blink once.
Now you say blink.
Blink
once.
Blink
once.
This is another collaboration with Samsa House, and this is a salsa verde.
Ooh, that's what I like.
Yeah. I have an open bottle here if you want to try it.
No, because I don't want to have an empty stomach.
Okay. Well, yeah. So this is the Lost Becomes sauce. Link in the description below. I'm very proud of this. Yeah, that's for you. This is made with Samsa House, and it is sold through our record label, Silent Pendulum Records. But this is it's the same exact thing as the one you just wanted both bottles.
Exactly.
Oh. This is also a So You Want to Get Fat certified
I need
product.
one here and I need one in Jersey.
Okay. And there is the So You Want to Get Fat logo on the bottle.
Ooh.
Basically meaning that So You Want to Get Fat funded all this project.
Investors?
We are investors of the Lost Becomes hot sauce. We make a return on this, so don't worry, buddy. So pick up a bottle. I am very, very proud of this hot sauce. You should definitely not.
I like our logo spreading.
You should not pick up this bottle of hot sauce.
No, this one you should actually.
Okay, this one you should.
Yeah.
Because we're invested in it.
Yeah.
We have hundreds and hundreds of bottles that we need to move. Okay. All right. Enough of that. This podcast is also available on all streaming platforms with video on Spotify. All right. Enough plugs.
Have you looked? Have you checked to see if we are on video?
No.
Oh yeah.
We are. There is video on Spotify.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Us and Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, we're right there with Joe.
Right there.
Let's see. So You Want to Get Fat podcast, and if you click on not all of the podcast episodes, but the latest ones, will have video. So if you play it,
Yeah, but you're not gonna go back anyway.
yeah. But all new episodes have video to them now. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes of today's episodes.
Make it a good episode.
Well, Frenchy, the French love their chicken.
Yes, they do.
In fact,
They pride themselves.
They
on
pride
the
themselves.
rotisserie chickens.
Yes. There is a long-standing tradition of rotisserie chicken in France. In fact, the chickens in France taste different. I remember they're so good. I don't know how to explain it. It's
the feed. It's the feed.
It's the feed, right? It's all natural. It's they're roaming. It has a slight gaminess to it.
No hormone shots.
Yeah, it's just it's very
sticky.
Sticky, gelatinous, right? There's actually less protein on it because they're naturally roaming chickens. They're not pumped with steroids, so they're not. So there's a greater bone and connective tissue to protein ratio. So when I say it's slightly gamey, I don't say that in a negative way. I actually mean that it has more flavor because it's not this huge steroid up chicken that's super bland.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of flavor to it.
They're not yellow.
They're not yellow.
They're yellow because we feed them corn.
Yeah. But America in particular also has a long-standing tradition of rotisserie chickens, but I would say looked upon as a budget meal. And I think this video answers why that is. Let's check it out. You ready, buddy?
So where do most people get their rotisserie chicken? At the supermarket, right?
Yeah.
If I were to take a guess, do you think they're looking at the fresh chickens they're selling, and if they're not selling, boop, they roast them? Am I right?
You're right. That's a big part of it.
That's why I never buy chopped salads. I never buy chopped fruit. It's all the stuff that's about to spoil, and then they can relabel it with that new.
Now, I will add to what Frenchy's saying. If it is a well-managed place, they will use that product long before it spoils.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not saying that these places are taking spoiled product. Now they definitely may be pushing the boundary a little. Okay. That I don't deny that. I don't doubt that, rather.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
But if it's a well-managed place, it's a method to keep your produce fresh and rotating.
Shrimp. It's like the fresh shrimp that they couldn't sell.
Yeah. Now
you're giving it a new shelf life by cooking it.
Exactly. It extends it by days, sometimes by a week if it's a real shitty place. Okay. Hang on.
Yeah, we could spend the whole hour talking about this shit.
All indulged in.
Never buy.
Sorry.
I would never do that. Like the lemon, like you see that lemon in that tray. I'd be so worried that nobody cleaned that lemon, and then the bacteria on that lemon skin is like fucking infecting that raw. Whatever.
Well, that lemon, from what I'm seeing right here, all that lemon and lime looks very fresh.
Yeah, but they're not cleaning it. They're taking it out of the box, cutting it.
You don't know that. I mean, listen, this is Kirkland. This is from Costco. Costco is one of the best run. Yes, they are. If you listen to
they're not doing.
If you listen to the Acquired podcast and listen to the story of Costco, it is one of the most fascinating fucking stories and one of the best run businesses in the world. So Kirkland, Costco gets my fucking vote of approval. I am 99% sure they are doing it by the fucking book. They are too big to fuck up like that. That's my opinion as far as the research I've done on Costco. But let's watch this video and see what
we've all indulged in those ready-made meals at the supermarket, even though they're usually not the kindest to our wallets.
Sir, is there a problem?
I'm just making sure no one ever has to eat this.
But there is one supermarket staple that continues to satisfy both our hankerings and our bank accounts: the rotisserie chicken. These slow-cooked supermarket saviors have been a favorite for frugal customers frantically seeking a scrumptious meal. But how are they so affordable?
This is an old video because they did away with those plastic containers. Now they have those bags.
You're right. Do you think that's a cost-saving measure?
I think there's more microplastics in the bag ones, and I got a bad
There's more microplastics in the containers, rather. Oh, okay.
Because if you touch the bags, they're like a different fabric. They're more sturdy.
Okay. Yeah.
I could be
Secret
wrong.
behind these tasty birds? Well, today we're finding out how rotisserie chickens are so cheap. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel.
Hey, you know what the audience should do?
Subscribe
And
I don't know.
leave a comment.
I'll leave it. No, I don't. Nobody cares.
Oh, I stopped reading the comments, by the way,
Yeah?
guys. Yeah, I had to stop. No, I was getting what's the word?
Emotional.
No, yeah, I was being a little bitch.
Maybe you could stop being such a little bitch.
But I've been working. I was telling Frenchy about it today. I've been working a lot at the shop, and it's all for good reason. Things are going great, but I've definitely been like anger commenting back, and been because I'm just tired, and I'm instead of sitting on the couch and maybe watching a movie with my daughter, which we watched Pacific Rim, and she fucking loved it. I'm like,
The first one.
the first one, yeah. I'm so glad that she liked Pacific Rim, but instead of doing something like that, I'm like anger replying comments. I just had to stop. So you know
I
how
used to do that like when I was like drunk and couldn't fall asleep.
Oh yeah. And most of the time I was pretty drunk too.
Yeah.
Like I'd be sitting on my couch and I'm like 4 beers in. I had a long ass day at Mission, and I'm just, the fuck he said to me? I'm gonna tell him, yo mama.
Yo, mama's so fat.
Don't talk about your mama like that.
Who you gonna call? Yo, mama.
Anyway, so now I'm just watching Guillermo del Toro movies with my daughter. All right, let's watch.
After that, leave us a comment and let us know what other mealtime favorites you would like to hear about. Okay, time to go for a spin. In medieval
Why is
times,
Napoleon there?
the period, not the restaurant, European citizens ditched the handheld sticks of their primitive forebears in favor of more sophisticated devices. Using hand-cranked levers, medieval cooks spun various meats from above a fire or coal-lit hearth until the food was adequately appetizing. Beef, pork, and roasted duck were popular choices among medieval families. But there was one protein in particular that always seemed to satisfy the lords and ladies
There's a
of their
restaurant
time,
near my
even though
hometown in
Chick-fil-A
France
was
that
a
we have
law.
to go to, where they started cooking again like the old days.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh my God. I'm thinking of it now. It's so good.
Mm.
Like the coals, you know, when you sift through the fire and you get those coals, it gives you that smoky flavor. I'm sorry, am I boring you?
Oh, do you not like it when someone's on the phone while they're on the while we're filming the podcast?
Yeah, I go now. I leave.
You need to leave.
Okay.
Long time coming. In fact, one legend asserts that King Richard the Lionheart got himself into hot water over a rotisserie chicken. According to the story, he was rumored to have ducked into a local dinery for roasted chicken.
Did you watch Game of
behind enemy
Thrones?
lines.
No.
There's a scene where the Hound, they're in a travel, like a restaurant, whatever, a
Mhm.
way station, what I don't know. I'll have 2 chickens.
One man,
Yeah.
2 chickens. Fuck yeah. I used to have a whole rotisserie chicken
I
to
can eat it.
myself all
Yeah.
the time.
But that's all you're eating.
Yeah.
The king's enemies, lured by the luxurious odors of fire-cooked fowl, seized the Lionheart at once and arrested him. Worth it. Unlike the French fry, the term rotisserie has its origins in France. The French word rôtir,
Rôtir.
or to roast, was expanded to rotisserie, meaning a restaurant or shop that sells cooked meat. Eventually, Parisian shops began selling skewered and fire-spun birds to the public. And by the late 1400s, rotisserie chicken had become a cultural mainstay. In fact, the most famous emperor in French history was a die-hard rotisserie fan. Prior to his unceremonious exile, Napoleon was said to be incredibly fond of spit-fired poultry. Such an aficionado was Napoleon that when he journeyed to the Egyptian capital, he was said to have toted 3 roast chickens along with him. By the 1950s,
is
roasted
true.
chicken consumption was gaining traction across the globe. Due to ever-evolving farming techniques, chickens ready for culling were no longer relegated to the oldest hens in the hutch. But for one Peruvian farm, roasting young chickens was a necessity, struggling to make ends.
Man, Peruvian roast chicken is the shit. I'm sure they're gonna.
Pio Pio. We should go to Pio Pio.
Pio Pio is awesome. I love Pio Pio.
Yeah?
They have a great ceviche there too. Um, there's a deli across from where I work, from where I live, that does Peruvian style rotisserie chicken, and like you wake up in the morning, you smell the pernil,
Pernil.
and the rotisserie chickens is fucking bomb.
Meet, a Swiss expat named Roger Schuler decided to try out a new recipe. Charging just 5 soles for an all-you-can-eat cold-cooked chicken feast, Schuler's farm became a hotspot for diners in the capital of Peru. Around the same time, some 6,000 miles away, a former World War II Navy officer by the name of Ernest Morgado was making his own stake on roast chicken. Hawking his teriyaki rotisserie stands at fundraisers all across Hawaii, Morgado's innovations led to a Guinness
God.
Look at that.
Oh.
That looks fucking divine. Oh,
World Record for hosting the biggest rotisserie bash of all time. With nearly 50,000 pieces of roast chicken
that's not
served for
rotisserie,
charity,
but
this Hawaiian take on rotisserie was a clear sign of things to come. Because in 1991, an American country music legend brought rotisserie over to the Atlantic.
Kenny Rogers.
Debuting in Coral Springs, Florida, Kenny Rogers Roasters was helmed by the titular troubadour and former Kentucky governor turned KFC CEO, John Y. Brown Jr. Featuring
Kenny Rogers was fucking good.
yeah, was it?
Yeah,
I've
man.
never had it.
Yeah.
Maybe I did. I just don't remember. I was too young. Listen, you guys, the principle of a rotisserie chicken. There's a heat source. The chicken's constantly spinning.
Why are we on such a chicken theme?
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't intentional.
You had Daguga, and
Yeah.
I just happened to be coincidentally cooking chicken in our air fryer that
Yeah.
doesn't sponsor us.
No, they don't. They don't. No, I don't know. There's no particular reason. It just kind of worked out that way.
rotisserie chickens by way of wood.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about the technique of rotisserie. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
I think our periods are aligning.
Our periods are aligned. You're right. Totally right. Totally right. Because it's almost the same principle as a convection oven. As long as the heat source is consistent and even and spinning around, whether it's because you're spinning the protein and or the air, the idea is that it's a slow, consistent cook, and because the heat's not so harsh, you retain a lot of the moisture. So that's really key.
Wood-fired spits, the chain quickly expanded to hundreds of locations. Unfortunately for the islands in the stream maestro, another U.S. chain was about to take roast chicken to the next level. Originally known as Boston Chicken, this regionally beloved rotisserie spot eventually blossomed into Boston Market, the place you go when you want to spoil yourself with a home-cooked meal on a budget. With a full-blown commitment to bringing rotisserie chickens to Americans, Boston Market expanded from the Northeast to hordes of locations across the country, known for heavy advertisements and a rapid takeover of.
I remember when this was blowing the fuck up. I had it once or twice. I mean, food really has come a long way. People's knowledge of good food has really come a long way since, I would say, the late 80s to early 90s. But there are arguments to say that the food was better back then, right? There was less preservatives and
The quality of the food was better.
Right. I distinctly remember.
If you think about it,
McDonald's
all the good quality food
Yeah.
now, we're working backwards. It's
Right.
like you're getting all the original simple foods that were the cheap foods
Right.
are now the high-end foods
Right.
at all the big
Right.
restaurants.
Because it's not
It's
manipulated.
not
right?
tempered, it's not tainted.
And one of the reasons why
I mean, imagine going to a Danielle to get like a rotisserie chicken
rotisserie chicken, but
and paying
They'll-
like
but they'll
through
cur-
the nose.
yeah,
It's ass backwards.
it's
but
ass backwards.
unfortunately,
You are
that's-
absolutely
but
right.
that's what it is.
And the reason why this mass manufactured food is so pumped up with preservatives is to increase shelf life. That's really what it comes down to.
Well, it's the growth. No, it's mainly the growth spurt.
right. Yes. Well, that
Because
too.
these chickens are full adulthood at like 3 months.
Yes. So I've been to some of these chicken farms,
They get fat so quickly they can't even walk.
Well, there are two very distinct things about these chickens. Number one, they grow so fast, their feathers don't keep up. So they look like diseased chicken. But that's how they look.
Those parrots that lose their feathers?
Yeah. They look like those parrots that lose their feathers. But that's how they naturally look. It's just that genetically.
And the breasts they've been
ginormous.
Yeah.
And on top of that, their legs are all fucked up because they're so heavy. Their legs are all concaved in.
Yes.
That their legs can't prop them up. They get all, messed up.
And they're all sitting in their own feet.
Yes. Yeah. Oof.
Quick service poultry dishes, the folks in Boston had certainly cornered the market. Perhaps knowing when to fold them, Kenny Rogers soon shuttered his stateside roasters and shipped his spinning spits overseas. But as it would turn out, even the mighty Boston market could be toppled. Burdened with debt due to their franchise crusades, the big Boston soon trembled in the shadow of a brutal competitor. Deciding to cut out the middleman, markets and grocery stores got in on the rotisserie action. With better prices, easier access, and a whole new reason to stop and shop.
That's absolutely right. That lines up.
I
never thought about that. That around the time when you started seeing Boston markets closing up was when you could just go to the supermarket.
Damn.
Grocery store rotisserie quickly became the new normal. As one of the least expensive options for families perusing the markets, rotisserie chickens are a dependable option for just about anyone.
And unfortunately, they're good,
They are
They're
good.
dry a little bit and mushy.
Yeah.
But you and I could fix that.
Or, so if you get them nice and fresh, which you can,
but they mean steaming.
Yeah.
For the longest time. You really have to know how to pick. It's hard to pick out through the bag now.
Right. Yeah. Good point. But still, it's a great deal.
It is.
It's a great deal. I don't care.
I never feel the best when I eat those.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I agree.
So they definitely have way too many chemicals.
Well, but even if they were natural chicken, it depends on how long they've been sitting out. So once you put out food, legally, at least in New York City, health department code, you have 4 hours before you need to dispose of that food.
No. Those chickens are there longer.
They're always there longer. We're not saying it's right.
That's why I always wait to see.
We're just telling you the fucking facts.
I wait to see them putting one
out. Right.
I grab it from the back.
So if I'm the same way, if I see them loading it up, that means it's only been cooked for 2 hours. You know what I mean?
Definitely true.
If you from a distance see that chicken there, it's been there for four fucking hours. Listen, legally, you can have the food sitting out for 4 hours. That's kind of the limit the health department puts on it, because anything beyond that, the bacteria just really starts to fucking fester. Unless they're holding it above 140 degrees.
And then your chicken's all fucked.
But your chicken's all fucked, right? So there's something called the danger zone between 40 and 140 degrees. That is when bacteria is most active, but also it's like when the food's most delicious. So just FYI.
He's true.
Yeah.
He's true.
A fully prepared bird is a fraction of the cost of making one at home. With a lower price than an uncooked chicken from the same store and an absolutely unobtainable preparation method, buying your chicken to go is easily the cheapest route. But with so much meat for so little coin, one starts to wonder what's really going on behind the scenes.
I'm actually getting
Unlike
hungry.
their fancy wood-fired or coal-simmering counterparts, the supermarket rotisserie is an entirely different
that
kind
is
of
when
bird.
you want to get the
Usually
chicken.
roasted in
I
large
want.
industrial ovens, the common rotisserie chicken is roasted until it reaches the appropriate food temp and traditional brown skin. But unfortunately for clean diet foodies, these store-bought birds also come with a few added ingredients. First, the chickens are injected with a predominantly saltwater-based slurry, in addition to additives including sugar, MSG, and any number of FDA-approved preservatives. Not only does this hot
Why
shot
out of all people they got Guga and Uncle Rod?
Fucking Uncle Rod. First of all, Uncle Roger and Guga are like this, but it's so crazy. Uncle Roger is now like the unofficial spokesperson of MSG.
Good.
I love that he debunked, or what is it? He got people to think, to realize that MSG isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Too much of anything's fucking bad for you. Too much sugar is going to be bad for you. Too much salt's going to be bad for you. Too much cocaine is bad for you. Apparently, it's the same thing like drinking alcohol, according to the Prime Minister of Colombia.
Oh, yeah? Cocaine is no worse than alcohol?
I got a headline for you later.
Oh, great.
Chicken's plump and moist on the spit. The injection also adds that touchstone savory flavor we so often associate with
brining.
rotisserie.
They're brining
so
the
while
chicken.
it may not exactly sound appetizing, the end result is magically delicious. Early leaders in the art of supermarket
brining is a very common
Yeah,
technique.
there's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Salt water? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, the little salt, MSG is definitely going to make it better, and a touch of sugar in there. Fuck yeah. You guys would be shocked at how often your chicken is brined. That is a very, very common technique. You're just soaking it.
Which is why really fresh chicken tastes so different.
Right. Yes.
So when you get one, you're like, oh, what's this?
Yes. You're at 1,000% correct. Yeah.
market rotisserie, Costco introduced their line of ready-made chickens in 1994. Yes, long before AJ and Big Justice busted onto the extra-wide aisles, Costco was one of the very first purveyors of rotisserie. Served on hot holding racks in their grocery departments, these pre-bagged birds were an instant favorite for shoppers, shocked to see such low prices. In fact, rotisserie chicken sales have been on the climb ever since their inception. In a stunning leap, Costco locations saw an increase in rotisserie sales to the tune of 20 million chickens from 2022 to 2023. And if the popularity of YouTubers and big deals are any indication, it seems as though there is no stopping the Costco roasted chicken phenomenon. Kroger locations were also an early contender in the rotisserie roadhouse of big numbers. But even organic markets have been taking a shot at roast fowl. For instance, Whole Foods markets have had tremendous success with their popular organic rotisserie chickens. And even though these birds might cost you
that
your whole
rotisserie
paycheck,
is an investment.
Yeah.
That chicken rotisserie,
Yeah.
oh man,
It's
that's bonkers.
something our audience may not know is one thing that makes a piece of equipment very expensive is how it's engineered, not just in the sense of the heating element or how it spins, of how easy it is to break apart and clean. Maintain. Because you can have something with the best heating element and rotating thingy-majiggies, but if you can't break it down night after night easily for your staff to figure out without extensive training and really get every nook and cranny clean, because engineering has a big part to do with that. You're gonna have some dirty fucking food, So that is one of the reasons why equipment can be so fucking expensive, is because the engineering that goes behind everything else, not just cooking. Like, Frenchy, how many times, there are cars, they're beautiful, fast, but you take them to a mechanic and they're like, oh, fuck, you have like...
You mean Jaguar?
Yeah.
Land Rover?
Yeah.
Anything British?
Yeah. My dad's a mechanic and he'll say like, yeah, I mean, sure, it drives fast, but if you need to change something out, I have to remove the fucking engine to get to that piece. So everything counts.
for less than half the price of an organically raised raw chicken.
The good news, okay.
Although the supermarket rotisserie chicken has been injected with hard-to-pronounce goodies, and even though these birds get roasted over decidedly less interesting heat sources, the low-cost aspect usually has little impact on overall quality. As so-called loss leaders, products sold at a loss to lure in customers and hopefully get them to spend more money on other items, rotisserie chickens are a welcome gamble for savvy grocers. Think the Costco hot dog. Hey, we did an episode on that. Although rotisserie chickens are rarely consumed in-store like the Costco hot dog, unless you're some kind of Kroger Hulk, they still give shoppers one more reason to stop by and grab a few items. Think of the rotisserie chicken as a pile of unlimited breadsticks from the Olive Garden, or a free soda refill at the gas pump. Because even though these deep sales and freebies may seem like a dumb decision, retailers know exactly what they're cooking. And for the modern shopper, that's a net positive. Because before Boston markets and grocery stores got a hold of the concept, rotisserie chickens weren't always such a steal. In fact,
Okay, I'm
when
hungry.
adjusted for inflation, the price of a cooked chicken in the 1970s was far more expensive than they are today.
Well, because it cost more to produce that chicken back in the day.
Right.
So that
right,
was a treat.
right.
You're getting like a healthy, naturally raised, time consistently, like it had a natural growth spurt.
Right.
You know, so those were expensive.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
the faster we breed them and grow them, the cheaper they get. That's the whole point.
Yep.
Time is money, baby.
Since 2009, Costco has maintained the low price of $4.99 for an entire rotisserie
So fucking
chicken,
nuts.
with Big Macs reaching astronomical figures. And in an age when a foot-long sub could break your
Damn.
budget's back, this is kind of a
And you know
big
what?
deal.
You're better off eating that chicken every goddamn day. And you can do so much. You can, the bones, if
Yeah.
like if you
You
break
can
it
make-
down
yep.
right away, all those bones, you make a stock out of that. I mean,
You know, Costco, as they said, for Costco, it's a loss leader. Even at a Whole Foods, it'll be much more expensive than a Costco. But they probably are selling it at a loss still, and for the whole reason of, you know, it's
an attraction.
It's an attraction.
It's eye candy.
So they're showing here, and I can relate to this because I have a sandwich shop, foot-long sandwich, $12.50. You know, at Mission Sandwich for a small size sub, which is equivalent to a roll, I would say. You know, it's for us, it starts at 13. You know, that is the cost of food. But we don't have a loss leader like a rotisserie chicken that we can sell, and we don't have a big enough of a product mix to offset so that we can make our sandwiches cheaper. You know, so it's a very smart model. You know, Costco just offers so many fucking things, such a big variety that they're going to make their money back in another way. So,
And right now they're losing even more.
what do you mean?
Oh, chicken is.
Oh yeah. Well,
eggs, chickens.
Costco has been putting a limit of 1 dozen per person for eggs right now because they're still offering low prices. If I'm not mistaken, because when I was listening to the Acquired podcast, they told like the A to Z history and spoke a lot about their chickens. I don't think their chickens were affected by the bird flu because they have their own farms.
Mhm.
So they're still able to offer these low ass prices, or lower prices rather.
But they got a surge of new customers
But they have a
coming in to
surge,
get.
so they had to limit it to 1 dozen per person.
Damn.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
That's
But aside from their blue light special appeal, rotisserie chicken prices come with a bit of a cost, because much as they were in medieval times, the chickens selected for roasting are often pretty old, like way past retirement. These are Roger Murtaugh chickens. With
And that's why they're
hundreds or
mushy.
even thousands of raw chickens shipped to individual grocery stores each week, some of those birds simply don't fly off the shelves. Rather than take a financial hit and waste the life of an unfortunate feathered friend, many grocery stores instead choose to utilize their spoilage. That's right, most of your store-bought rotisserie chickens were probably set to expire, because once the chicken has passed the sell-by date, it can no longer be used to make profit. But by injecting these spinning hens with preservatives to then roast for hours, an entirely new product is formed. One that brings in droves of hungry customers. And hey, don't fault your local market too much for pulling the nearly spoiled chicken over our eyes. There are plenty of other examples of these methods that stores deploy every day. From clearance items dangerously close to the waste bin, to going-away racks filled with products that will never again see the light of day.
Oh, when they
Deep
can't sell it,
discount
that's when
shopping
they
is-
use it to make all those prepared stuff in a deli counter.
Yeah,
you know? And it's like, and those baby carrots. There's no such thing as those baby carrots.
Yeah.
They go into something. It's they put all the defective carrots
Right.
and it shapes it into those little
Yep.
baby carrots.
Yeah, why do you think those baby carrots are so fucking consistent? Did you ever see Mother Nature give you a straight line? If you think about it. What was I going to say? The chickens. So as they said, it's older chickens. If you took a very fresh chicken and you had access to the same rotisserie that this supermarket has, and you took the chicken that the supermarket is selling you, you will have a dramatically different product, because as Frenchy says, the texture changes when you're using the older chicken. I mean, it's just, how can it not?
is a pretty common supermarket experience, but not every chicken is worth crowing about. For the last several years, many shoppers have complained of a soapy taste in Costco's rotisserie chickens. While some investigators believe these sudsy-tasting rotisserie poultry products are the result of poor farming, others think those pesky additives might be to blame. Sodium phosphate, a substance commonly injected into rotisserie chickens, is known to taste of soap at high levels. So are these slow-cooked Costco birds being amped up with more phosphate than anyone should ever be allowed to ingest? Or have our taste buds simply evolved to suffer cilantro-like consequences? Maybe it's time to cut back on the rotisserie. Although rotisserie chickens continue to be a leader in sales for many grocery stores like Costco, the overall impact on consumers and retailers has yet to be revealed. With their continued insistence on $5
I don't know. As a
birds,
chef, there's something so satisfying as breaking down a rotisserie.
I just love butchering chicken, period. Yeah.
But there and I love maximizing the hell out of it.
Yeah. Because you can really get a lot out of it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, think about it now. Like you said, you butcher it down, you remove all the bones, you make yourself a wonderful soup out of that. You take the breast meat, you can make great chicken salad. And then you eat the drumstick and thigh and the wings as is, right?
I'm eating those while
you're butchering.
Yeah. And I get the two little. I get
Costco
to eat every
claims
little
it is
oyster.
close to selling 100
Oh,
million.
the oyster. It's the part of the back towards the butt.
Those two little dumplings.
Two little nuggets.
I know those are mine.
As Hannibal Lecter said in remember in Red Dragon? It's like, I never heard that before when he was cutting a chicken, the oyster.
He said the tenderest part of the chicken is the oysters here on the either side of the back. I had never heard that expression before, oysters.
And all these dead bodies are missing the same thing, the oyster.
Million units a year. Just a decade ago,
watch those again.
Those numbers weren't so high, and they claimed a loss of nearly $50 million annually. Whether or not Costco rotisserie chickens still operate at a loss is unclear, but one thing is certain, shoppers want their roasted hens. People worldwide now eat more chicken than ever, and in America, that has led to supply chain issues and ever-rising costs. So it is nice to have a golden hunk of penny-pinching poultry to depend on. So what do you think?
All right, cool. So there you go. That is why rotisserie chickens are so cheap. A little bit of...
Well, first of all, the chickens were already too old fresh.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, the animal itself was too old.
Yeah.
Then when it was sold for fresh, then that got too old.
Yeah.
So that's level 3 of old.
So a lot of like your what's another good example? Like your thin sliced beef or Philly cheesesteaks and stuff like that. A lot of that is just older animals.
Yeah.
Just an FYI. Or
it's usually dairy cows that can't produce anymore.
A lot of those dairy cows are, used for like pet food and shit
and then
like
all
that.
Those chicken laying, those egg laying chickens, after a while, they just don't produce anymore.
Yep.
Guess what?
Yep. They're not going to waste it.
They're not going to waste it.
They don't release them to the wild and say, live free, chicken.
You've worked hard enough.
No, they go,
you fucked now.
Yeah.
You're not producing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
we eat you now.
Make you into chicken nuggets. All right, buddy. Hope you liked that video.
When you're no longer the top selling bitch, you become the bottom bitch. Or is it the other way? No, bottom bitches.
All right, let's go to my favorite segment of the podcast.
It's
the not
hard
so
out
curtain
there for a pimp. You remember that movie?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Oh, yeah.
The not so curtain news. Ding. Did
I get that sound effect?
No,
right?
not yet. Not yet. I haven't. Ian sent me a ton of sound effects. I just haven't had time to put it in. So I used to come to the studio here like 3 times a week. That is reduced to 1.
Took me a while to find it.
Yes, you found it though.
I found it.
You used your good eye.
I did. Did you see me do that?
You do that. All right, not so curt news. People who curse more likely to be honest. That's fucking right.
Yes, because they have no self-control. So when you have no self-control, you're like your true, your emotions come out. Yeah, which are more truthful.
There you go. I think I'm not going to read any of that because I don't care. I agree with Frenchy.
Exactly.
Okay, next. Here we go. Colombia's Petro claims cocaine is no worse than whiskey. Let me tell you something.
You know what? I agree because they're both terrible for you.
Yeah, they're both fucking bad. But let me tell you something. Cocaine is hell of a drug. I do not touch cocaine.
I've never had cocaine.
Oh, it's
I want to try.
It's fucking great. Allegedly. I remember
Blondie won't let me. She says I'll die of a heart attack.
You would love it. It's a lot of fun. Now, with that said, the first time, oh no, that was heroin. I was about to say the first and last time.
Who the fuck am I keeping friends with? Who
it's
are
a
you?
long time ago.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah, I love cocaine, but I haven't touched this stuff since I came back to the country. So, and I've had many.
What do you mean came back to the country?
From when I lived in China. That's when I was in my drug phase. That was in China was when I had cocaine.
I was a bad boy.
I had done cocaine numerous times there.
I've never done cocaine.
Oh, it's so much fun. And then I did heroin.
Kids, no.
Allegedly.
No.
And the heroin is what caused me to come back. I loved it so much. I knew that if I would do it again. And I called my dad the next morning when I woke up and I said, I need a ticket back to. I need to leave here in like 5 days.
Oh my God.
I just packed whatever I could in
5 days you could do a lot of damage.
I know. But I didn't. I did not party anymore. I just packed my shit.
So you woke up, you got scared.
Yeah, because I loved it. I woke up just fucking elated by how much.
But that's
I
the
enjoyed
first
it.
time. Then you constantly chasing that.
Well,
but not get it.
So by coming back here, though, I completely removed myself from that circle of friends. So it was no longer easily accessible. Listen, if I really wanted to, I could definitely find it in New York. But, I didn't have that party scene, that group of friends to enjoy it with. So
No.
I definitely saved myself there. But yeah, they're both fucking terrible for you. Okay?
Yes.
Kids? All
They're
right?
both terrible.
They're both terrible for you.
What
And let me tell you something. Cocaine in moderation, also terrible for you.
Yes.
Okay? Just let's
all of it.
All right. Let's see.
What's this?
I don't, when I see stuff like this, I get reminded of myself a few years ago, but I also wonder.
What? Looking like a crying bitch?
Well. Like.
Oh, wait. You have to purposely cry?
You have to purposely. This is a crybaby crying contest.
No.
Yes. In Malaysia. Like, how do you prep for this?
You're just depressed.
Yeah.
But you have to have tears?
Oh, I have no idea. A man walked away with $152 after beating 3 other finalists.
Okay,
all right.
next.
I hope it was worth it. Almost 50% of men aged 18 to 25 have never asked a woman out in person. Can you believe that? 18 to 25. A study by Date Psychology found that 45%.
So what is it? It's online then, right?
It's all online. This trend is attributed to increased risk aversion among younger men, with many fearing rejection or social consequences, while 74% of women aged 25 and below expressed a desire to be approached more often.
Well, I can't really argue with that. I met Blondie on a dating app.
Oh, there you go. All right. So you're a bitch. No, just kidding. All right. Study shows the youngest sibling causes the most stress to parents. Well,
Yes.
no fucking duh.
No shit, because
No
you got
shit.
lazy as you kept taking care of these kids.
Yeah.
And the last kid is just like needs more support.
Yeah. Oh, man. The young one is brutal, man. All right. You can adopt dogs that failed government training for being too
Aw.
nice. Look at that. That is the perfect dog right there.
That's an old dog.
That's a happy dog. That is an old happy dog. The TSA Canine Training Center offers families to the chance to adopt dogs that didn't meet the criteria for government work.
So
These
that's
high
like,
energy dogs, often deemed too nice or too rambunctious, are untrained but can become great pets with care. That's a cute dog. All right. Outdoor dining might really be doomed. More than 3,000 restaurants applied for new licenses. Just 40 have been approved. So
damn, I'm in line for that.
you're in line for that right now.
No, the odds are not good.
So
But they make you pay so much money up front. And then, so all those people paid.
Yeah.
They paid, you know, they paid for the application. They paid for, you have to post it in an advert. They paid for, so all those people paid all that money, and all those things are connected to the city. So you're paying the city to apply, and you lose all that money.
It's a fucking racket.
A racket.
It's a fucking
Holy
racket.
shit.
Yeah, they just want your money.
Yeah, but guess what? I know somebody.
Yes, you do. We had a few drinks with them. It was fun.
I know somebody.
You know somebody.
I always know somebody.
All right. Next part of today's podcast, I call this Frenchy Clips.
Oh,
this is shit that Frenchy sends me at 3 a.m.
Is this Broken Bones?
He's.
Oh no, I haven't been sending you Broken Bones.
He's gonna have broken bones. Let's check this out.
Oh, he's missing that turn. Oh yeah. Bye bye.
Holy fucking.
Whoa. Yeah. Whew. That's what you see. That's what the roads in France to my house look like. Except it's not a double lane. It's like barely
a single lane.
Single lane, and there are no guardrails. You go down. Oof. You're like do-doom, 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 do-doom.
All right. You sent me this one. The dark side of Instagram.
Oh, I have to look at your face. Did you watch it? That's the best part, is your face.
What? Holy fuck. Oh.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many stupid fucks I've seen do that.
Oh, man.
In the meat grind. I've seen someone put their fucking finger to clear out a meat. Oh, that's stupid. On a slicer.
Oh, God. Oh. How fucking dumb do you have to be? All right, this one was pretty funny. I really like this one.
I tell people, like, I'm not...
All poo-poo times. But all poo-poo times are pee-pee times.
Yes!
Not all pee-pee times are poo-poo times. But all poo-poo times are
This is true.
times.
Sorry. But it's true.
It's true. So true. Oh, so good. All right. Oh, man. I don't know if you sent this to me or someone sent this to me, but I thought this was fucking hilarious.
I'm the only team that could start, nigga. This for the homies out broke bread with split a 50 when we was still on EBT.
Dude, this guy's awesome.
He's great.
Let's get that. I love rappers with raspy voices, you know?
Yeah.
What's the little black guy? I love him.
Raspy, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne's awesome.
He's got a perfect. That's what this guy reminds me of. Lil Wayne.
Oh man. Okay.
Is there more now? Play that again.
Oh, okay.
This for the homies out broke bread with split a 50 when we was still on EBT. I'm trying to move the whole gang out of hood to the family go.
Oh,
team gon' eat.
I know him.
You know him?
No, I mean I know of him. I've watched videos of him. They have one where they're like in a Chinese restaurant, and they're like eating. This kid's good.
Yeah, it's good.
This kid's
let's
good.
see. People are too easily impressed. Okay, I see how he used his black card. Someone make me understand why other races can't say the word. Oh, I'm not going to say that. Okay. Well,
I'm not saying it.
I'm not saying it. All right. And then I thought this was fucking hilarious.
I sent this to you.
Yes.
Canadian American.
Oh, but here you have a Chinese socket. Oh, so good.
Right here you have an American socket. Canadian American.
Oh, but here you have a Chinese socket. Oh, so good.
Oh man,
that's so stupid.
Oh my god. But this is just for me for you.
I know, but listen, man. Like, this is clearly like Frenchy and I are good fucking friends, okay? So he can send this to me and I'm not going to get offended. If anyone's watching this right now is seriously offended, just know that this is a relationship between two best friends in the fucking world, and we just shared a genuine moment with you guys, okay?
It's the reason why Joe Coy is like a fucking famous comedian, because he does that. And then
not just Russell Peters.
Russell Peters.
Yeah.
Oh, Russell Peters is good too.
He's better than Joe Coy in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
at least
right.
the earlier.
Yeah, but he does all the Asians. He does the hairy to non-hairy. Joe Coy just does the.
All right. One more segment before we finish, and I've moved the placement of this segment because you know what I realized.
You don't want to end on a good note.
No, because
if we ended on that one, that would have been perfect.
That would have been perfect, but just the Tip Jacques. You see, I think this is a sweet way to end.
Ooh, all those candied fruit. My God, I can't tell you how many of those I made.
Yes.
Oh God.
All right, let's watch.
Bonjour.
Oh wait. Let's watch just the Tip Jacques. Okay. Someone hit me up about work, but yes. Sugar is very, very. I mean, listen, pastry in general.
Yeah. Sugar, like salt, will draw moisture.
Yes. It is very temperamental. So I can't tell you how many times when I was working.
So you got to be aware of your environment.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times when I was working in a pastry kitchen, it would be a really nice dry day. And the chef would be like, let's do candy garnishes right now.
Exactly.
The itinerary of the day would change.
Which is phenomenal to me when you see like in all these Asian countries where it's super humid and they're out in the street selling them. And how are they compensating?
Well, that's the thing. That's the artistry, right? That's the experience.
Yeah, but there's no, that shit goes quick.
It's not going to last you. It's going to fucking die. When I say die, it's not going to hold up, right? It's going to fall apart very quickly. Same thing with bread. I have extensive experience with bread. On super humid days, we would roll back the water a touch, just a touch. On very cold days, we would add in some hot water. On very hot days, we'd actually put ice into the water. So here, I did it for you, buddy. Okay.
If they were like to dip their hand in it or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm getting super paranoid now with Evie in the kitchen show like that. Like,
I don't blame you. You know,
I can't tell you how many times kids get burned by grabbing a handle off the stove or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be super careful.
Any of you to burn themselves in the kitchen. So I show you how to dip the.
I'm still thinking about the sockets.
Yeah, but now that I see him dip it, doesn't it look like he's dipping balls? It's like a nut sack. It looks like a nut sack to me.
Into the Valentine sprinkle, but I prefer to just.
You're thinking about it too. Is that a paupiette or a cognac or Cognac, right? Cognac.
Put my hands on that side here, on the middle of the long side, and I create a pepper cone like that. You see, the shape is already here. Then I put my finger here and I spin. And this is what we use to write happy birthday or to decorate a cake. Okay, it's called in French a cornet, a pepper cone. Now, to give us a nice
milk chocolate mix in with his dark chocolate, that it's still soft. It'll stay soft a little bit.
Right. Love it. I think this is a nice way to end podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice relaxing.
Mellow.
Mellow. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did making it. Remember, it always gets better. And with that, you're thinking about it again. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait. Oh, almost forgot the theme music.
Here we go, baby.
Hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did making it. And remember, it always gets better. With that said, I'm Chef Brian Sound, not your typical chef. That's Frenchy, and we'll see you guys really soon. Say bye to the wide cam, buddy.